Hey guys, this is the next video in the Crushing Your Health Goals or Any Goal series. And today we're talking about clarity of vision. Perhaps why you haven't been able to meet your goal is because you were never clear on what that was going to look like for you. So this is a piece that people just come up with these great ideas like, hey, I'm going to do this, and then they don't even know what that looks like. So I want to give you the tools and the reasons behind that today. The first thing is you don't have a clear vision of the end, okay, of where you're going. So you have to get very clear on that, what that would look like for you. So for example, if you're trying to get healthy, then what does that mean for you? Does it mean you have to change your blood values, your lab values? Does it mean that you have to eat better? Does it mean that you have to change your lifestyle? Does it mean that you have to lose weight? You know, what does that end product look like for you is the first thing. And I recommend creating some kind of symbol of that so that you know what that is in some way. But the other piece that goes along with that is you have to know why you're doing this. So most people try to figure out the how they're going to do it. And a lot of times they don't even know how. But more importantly, they never come up with the why. Why are you doing this? The reason that you're doing this is because you're lacking something that you want to get. So for example, if you're trying to meet a health goal, which is what I am talking about today, apply any goal, fill in the blank here if you want, if it's not health for you. Why do you want to get healthy? What is that going to mean to you? Does it mean that you're going to have more energy to hang out with your kids or your grandkids if you're older? Does it mean that as you're getting healthy, it means you're going to feel better about yourself? Maybe losing weight is your goal. Maybe you want to lose weight. Why? Because you want to feel better in your clothes, because you don't feel good. You don't feel comfortable when you go out with people. You don't feel good within yourself. You feel self-conscious. You know, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to achieve this goal? The reason is it's going to give you something you don't currently have that you feel you want to have. So you may have heard that your why has to be strong enough to make you cry. That's what you want to get to. When you start thinking about, why do I want this thing? Why do I want to lose weight? There has to be an emotional why behind that. Because even the most logical people make decisions based on emotion. And life is emotional. So if anything emotional comes into conflict with your goal and the steps you need to take to meet that goal, the emotion is going to win out. Because how we feel determines what we do. So that's why you want to have such a strong why as to what is causing you to want to achieve this goal. So when you think about this, I literally recommend that you write this out. Why do I want this? Ask yourself that question. Why do I want to lose weight, for example? And then the answer will be, well, because I want to feel better in my clothes. Why do you want to feel better in your clothes? Well, because right now I don't feel good when I go out with my friends. So that would be why you're doing it. It's a question, or it's an answer of like feeling better about yourself. I'm just using that as an example, but it could be anything. For me, going to the gym, you know, I want to be healthy. Why do I want to be healthy? Because I want to be independent as I get older. I don't want my kids to have to take care of me. I want to be living my best life the older I get, with energy, with strength, which is why going to the gym is important to me. I want to go to the gym so I can get stronger, so I can meet my health goals. But why? Because I want to be able to take care of myself. I want to have energy and strength to do the things I want to do. And as we age, we already know that that goes downhill So I don't want to add to that normal progression of life. I want to stay as strong as I can right now because that makes me feel more independent. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel good about myself, that I can take care of myself. It makes me feel good that I can go do some fun things even the older that I get. So how does it make you feel when you have this thing you want is a good question. What is the feeling behind it? Now, another thing that happens with clarity of vision is you try to use this old mindset to create this new thing. What do I mean by that? If getting healthy for you, losing weight, whatever, is your goal, then typically you had a mindset that created the opposite for you. So in other words, you weren't paying attention to the way you were eating. Maybe stress in your life got in your way and you ended up focusing on other things. Could be just simply a matter of priorities. You were busy taking care of your family and you didn't have the time to focus on yourself, your health. It wasn't really relevant. Like, you're young, you're healthy, you're doing your thing. And then suddenly you realize, hey, my gosh, a few decades have gone by and I didn't pay attention. So now I have to adopt a new mindset because the old mindset is what created this situation for me. And I think it was Einstein said that you can't solve a problem at the same level of mind that created that problem. So you're going to have to come up with a new mindset. If you're focusing on health now, you can't have this old mindset that was like, oh yeah, like, I don't need to pay too much attention to my food, or I don't need to pay too much attention to how active I am. That's not going to work. So I want to really give you the tool on how to handle that. And that is simply this. This is really, really key when it comes to achieving what you want in life. Most people are busy doing the things that they think are going to get them what they want. And that is a big piece of it, right? You have to do certain things to get what you want. But they miss the piece before that, which is you have to be that thing internally, meaning in your headspace. You have to be that already, because when you be something, then you naturally do something. So let me put this in a practical way for you. You know what, I'll give you another story, a better story. I have a friend who has some cats, and we'll call this friend number 1. Friend number 2 has some cats as well, and she was going out of town. So she needed someone to take care of her cats. So friend number 2 asked friend number 1 who has cats, hey, do you mind watching my cats for the weekend? Friend number 1 says, hey, no problem. I have cats. I love cats. I don't mind watching them. So friend number 2 goes out of town. Something happens, and friend number 1 is taking care of the cats, and a weekend has now turned into a week because something happened. And she's like, hey, do you mind if you can you keep taking care of my cats? I'm stuck here. A week goes by. Friend number 1's like, yeah, no problem. I'll take care of them for the week. Another week goes by. Friend number 2 is still stuck, can't get back. Friend number 1 is taking care of her cats, doing all the things you do when you take care of cats, feeding them, all that kind of stuff. Now it's like 3 weeks, and this girl has no idea when she's going to be able to get back. Friend number 1, who was doing all the things and doing them easily, happily, not a problem, is now not so happy about it, not really doing those things, not wanting to do them, dragging her feet on it. And she says to friend number 2, hey, listen, I had no problem doing that for you, but now, look, these aren't my cats. I'm not the parent of these cats. They're your cats. I can't keep doing this. I'm not the parent of them. So I say that to illustrate this point. Someone who has cats, who is the parent of the cats, who is a owner of the cats, is naturally going to do the things that it entails. Some things she wants to do, some things she doesn't want to do. She'll do them anyway because she is the parent of the cat, right? She knows that's who she is. That is who she is. She made that decision when she decided to get cats. Same thing with kids. You know, when I became a parent, I thought differently. I didn't think like a non-parent. I started thinking about what I was doing, you know, and did things I didn't want to do, and still continue to this day to do things I don't want to do because I am a parent. So most people, when they decide to reach a goal, attempt to reach a goal, they start doing all the things from that old mindset. So what do you need to do in this case? You need to become this person internally, in your head, even if it doesn't physically feel like you're that person. So let's just say you're trying to lose weight. Some people will try to lose weight by doing a diet, right? But you can't, if you're going to do a diet, you're going to do a diet until you don't want to do the diet anymore. But if you are a person who has decided health is my top priority, or being this weight is a top priority, I am a person who now pays attention to what she eats and makes healthy choices. I am that person. I am a person who pays attention to what she eats and makes better choices. When I am that person in my mind, in my mindset, that's my set point of my mind, this is who I am now, then I will naturally do those things that entail what I need to do to reach that goal. So you need to be that person in your mindset long before that number on the scale shows up. The number on the scale will eventually show up because you are a new person in your mindset. I pay attention to what I eat because I am a person who focuses on health. I am a person who wants to be this weight. Therefore, I am going to make healthy choices by paying attention to my choices. So that's a really important, like if there's one thing that I would like to say that's the most important thing, is you need to be this person now. If you went into a job, if you went into a new career, there's probably things you had to do that you didn't want to do. You maybe didn't even know how to do, but you're like, oh no, I am this person now. This is who I am. This is my job now. So that means you naturally do those things. So don't try to do things from an old mindset. And know that will help you with knowing why you're doing something, and that why, you know, why do I do things as a parent that I don't want to do but are necessary to be a good parent? Why do I do it? Because being a good parent and influencing my children's lives is of highest value to me. It's very important to me. It makes me feel like I am a good parent. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like I'm influencing their lives in a positive way. It means I'm contributing to their lives in a positive way. That's emotional for me, you know? That's an emotional thing for me, and as for most parents. So it has to be emotional. And then, like I said, that third thing is to get a clear vision of where you're going, what that looks like. So that could be a symbol. It can be anything. It can be something that indicates, like, it could be a picture of you when you were the weight you wanted to be. It could be a picture of you doing an activity that you can't do anymore because you're not healthy enough to do that. It could be, if it's a goal outside of health, it could be something that signifies or implies that you have achieved that goal. So you want it to be a symbol of you have achieved it. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, just something that will be a symbol in your mind that you can keep at the forefront. And it's kind of like if you're going to go to New York and you're setting your GPS on New York, then you know that's the destination. It's very clear in your mind that that's where I'm going. And then in the next, or coming up in one of the videos, I'm going to talk about the steps to get there. But you have to know your destination. You have to know what it looks like so that you will know when you get there. You have to be very clear on that end state, that end result, what that looks like for you. Create a symbol and put it up somewhere where you can see it. So those are the three things, you know, be, then you will naturally do. Be first, and then you will do. Don't do without being. Come up with your why you're doing this, and get really clear on that end goal. So those are the things to focus on, guys. So I hope that helps.